This was the last thing my dead cousin wrote. I'm scared. My cousin Gabriella died last month and yesterday I went to her old place to help clean it up. While I was in her room, the computer turned on and in it was a document. I'm copy and pasting it here. Tell me what y'all think. This stuff is haunting me, mainly because my cousin was found stabbed and half-eaten at the front door of her house. It all started one afternoon. I was 7 years old and just living my best life. I was happy, I had friends, and great parents. I was just playing in my bedroom like a normal kid when I left for a minute to get a snack, but when I came back, something had changed. My favorite doll had the word help scrawled on her arm. I wrote back a simple childlike response. Yes, then the writing appeared on the napkin I brought for my snack. He's coming. Who's coming? I wrote back. Jagged Jared. Before I could think of a response it wrote again, he killed me. I was shocked and the word run appeared on the napkin. I believed it was all some kind of practical joke and kept playing until nightfall, but then all of a sudden in a shaky handwriting the words I'm here Gabriella appeared on the page. All of the responses ran through my head but I simply wrote no and I ran through the house locking every door and ran back to my room, where the words I'm eating your mom's leftovers appeared on the page and I just sat there confused. But then the words I'm in your parents' room appeared. You can't go in there. I responded. The next message terrified me. Your dad tastes good. My 7-year-old mind broke. You ate my dad? I wrote. Then he said your mom is a bit chewy. I couldn't believe it. I was an orphan. But I knew I was next. I climbed out of my window and tried to get in the car but it was still locked. I broke through the downstairs window to run inside and get the car keys, getting covered in blood in the process. Then I saw him. He was tall, but not too tall, just taller than my dad. He had long black claws on his hands and feet, and wore a large black suit. He had yellow eyes like that of a cat, a lot of stubble, fangs, and long black hair. And worst of all, a ring or my parents' wet blood around his mouth. He chased me but I jumped back out the window into the car and started driving. But the thing is, I was a 7-year-old driving. I dropped a brick on the gas and got as far away from Jared as possible. Before getting pulled over. The officer pulling me over asked why I was driving a car at 11 p.m. because letting me drive was considered child neglect. I told him my parents were dead and I described Jared to the officer, but the sketch that came out definitely made him not believe me. They sent a detective crew into the house, but it was almost like Jared wasn't there, and since I was covered in blood from the window, and was the last to use the knife other than Jared that was used to kill my parents, I got the blame. So here I am, 20 years later writing this story. I just got released from Broughton Hospital and am finally free to live my life almost like a normal person again. But it's still haunting me. What if Jared comes back? Wait. What's that? There's a knock on the door. BRB if I don't continue writing. Yule.